Moods. What's up, y'all? It's leeBISHOP.
And Gabriel the Angel.
What's up, man?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. It's February. We're in Black History Month. You know, this the shortest month of the year, but we're gonna go out with a bang, baby. You know, watch all those black movies, white people. Anyway, what's on the agenda?
Well,
what are you gonna do this month? Are you gonna do anything special this month?
Well, with Black History, so normally I'm gonna tell my story of growing up with the Black History Month. And then we could maybe tell about what does Black History mean to you. So Black History Month, growing up, was always a big thing in my family because we were part of the NAACP and we would perform at different churches at an NAACP ceremony that they would have for Black History Month.
Okay.
Right. And so mainly it would be for ML King. So he really I remember him growing up a lot. That's what they focused on during Black History Month. And Frederick Douglass and a few others. So growing up with Black History Month, it was always a big thing. But as you remember don't want to go back too far, but do you remember when ML King Day wasn't a national? Excuse me. I am drinking the sparkling water and it's got me going. But okay, anyway, ML King Day didn't used to be a national holiday. And remember, we weren't off from school. And I remember Mama taking me and Dominic and Toya out of school during that time because we would observe ML King Day, even though the school system didn't. And then fast forward, 10 years after that, I think they made it a holiday. And then most schools observe it. So back to Black History, that was just a thing that reminded me because we're being in Black History Month. I remember doing that growing up. And I remember when schools didn't have ML King Day off. So they're lucky now. Thanks to ML King for ML King Day. But anyway, Black History Month. So that was kind of my story about Black History Month. But also with the NAACP, that's what I was going with this. They would have a ceremony or a concert, and it would be all the churches, all the black churches that was in my little small town that I grew up in would get together, and they would do a performance for Black History Month, and it would just be songs that the old slaves were saying, Amazing Grace and Old Chariot Come Carry Me Home. It'd be songs like that. Those are songs that they'd be singing. And it was a ceremony or a celebration for the community for Black History Month, and we used to do that every year growing up. Like I said, saying old slave hymns to white people who would come for because it would be done so it would be for the whole community, and the whole. I'm just telling you, it would be for the whole community. So
for the white folks.
but they would all come because that was, growing up in my town, that's all we had. We had black people, we had white people. We didn't have really any other nationality there.
You had no white people singing along with you guys?
They would come, yeah, they would, some of them would know the song because it would be a community,
Amazing Graces.
Yeah.
Very well known.
Exactly. So the whole program was a Black History Month program, and it was put on by the NAACP. And then, of course, everybody in the community, because it would be at someone's church normally, one of the churches in the town that I grew up in.
How do you join the NAACP? Do you gotta pay a fee or something?
Yeah, I don't remember all the dudes because that was my mom and him. But I guess it was something like that. They'd have fees or dues or something. I was younger, so I don't know, and I'm not a member at this time.
So it's
although it's something we should look into. What?
It's like a gym membership?
I think so. I think it is a donation. Yeah.
Oh, donation?
Or you have dues as well. Yeah, I'm sure you have dues.
I wonder what it's like now.
It's the same. They have a lot.
I don't know, but what is there to do? I haven't heard anything from them.
What do you?
Now
mean?
it's all BLM.
Well, but they're all the states that are trying to crack down on voter suppression. They're trying to implement voter suppression. In Texas, in Georgia, and a lot of these southern states, they're trying to because we had the biggest turnout this year. This is the most people has voted in like 50 years.
Yeah, because we wanted the dum-dum out.
Right, and so there are certain states that want to suppress that vote by implementing all these voter ID laws. Like, you got to have like a voter ID so if you want to vote from home, you got to go, you can get the ballot to vote from home, but you have to take it to get it certified that it's you. What is it called when you go to the bank and you get it certified, or you go to and they do a validation? Notary. Yeah, you have to get your vote. So imagine how many people go find a notary. That's like $25 to get it notarized. Then you can go mail it off if you want to vote from home. So they're implementing like these stringent, like archaic laws for people in order to vote. So that many people vote.
But why is that a problem? Just do it.
No, but it's a problem because not people have money. So if you want to vote and you got to go get your vote notarized, it costs $25 to notarize your vote. So that's money, $25. Most people are going to be like, I'm not going to pay $25 to vote. So
get a waived fee or get the
that's what but they're okay. So I'm saying these southern states are doing this.
I know. I'm just...
Oh, you know what? I was like, I know. So that was just one example, but they're doing many different things like that across the South.
It wouldn't be such a big deal if that was for everybody, and if just on the straight that the government needs, paying the government more money or whatever.
No. I know you get the point of this.
I know the notary. Who gets the money for the notary? The
government. The people at the bank. The people at the bank.
The bank does the notary.
It does wherever you want to go. So if you could have your own notary service, and you can go get your little certificate to be a notarizer and a notary, and then you go and you could promote yourself, and the people come and they get it notarized. How much ever you would charge them, it's usually like $25. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
so
somebody at my job does that.
And that's exactly. There you go. So it's like for that fee, a lot of people don't have $25 to be able to do that. But I'm saying that's just one example of what some of these states are doing. And it's just like requiring all these ID. And you got people who are older who may have an ID, but they may be going around on an expired ID. And they go to vote. And they be like, oh, it's expired. But there was no reason for them to renew it because they don't go anywhere. So they usually keep. There's a lot of people like that.
I know, but if you want to vote, then you gotta renew it.
Well, no, because that wasn't always a requirement. So now you're making it a requirement, and now that you're making it a requirement, now you have hey, there's 20,000 in the city. Of those 20,000, 7,000 can't vote because they don't have the right ID, and then a candidate wins on 2,000 or 3,000. But you just cancel 77,000 over there. So it's kind of like, no. So they're making all these. So the states, where are they at? They're doing this.
Yeah, get your money right so you can afford $25.
No. Oh, I know that Texas is one. Arizona,
you can't afford
Georgia.
$25.
But why would you want to pay $25 to vote?
Because I want to vote. That's what it takes for me to vote. I gotta do what I gotta do.
You know how many people would be disenfranchised with voting if that was the case?
It's like you trying to tell me like white people always got $25. White people gonna complain about it too.
They are. They are. But who's gonna be able to front that? Who would be able to?
So I'm saying, I don't think that's like a black thing. I think that's just the people under a certain wage gap. That is an economical issue.
But there are more people who probably that would be able to afford that. That's of the Caucasian persuasion.
And then you have people here or anywhere who are middle class who are mixed. Mixed everything, who can afford it, and so they vote. They pay $25 and they vote.
No. I know you see that.
What if they're trying to have less poor people vote?
That's exactly what it is.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Can we trust the poor people to have a clear mind on who they want to vote for?
I don't know. Do you think a lot of those people who ran up into the Capitol in that insurrection, you think that they are rich bags. Or poor? And it was a mixed bag. It really was.
There were some politicians in there who thought they were going to get away with it. Smart guys.
What do you think about that?
I thought that show was hilarious. White people were hilarious.
You said it was a show.
That was fantastic, actually. What a way to start the year with white people ransacking the White House, thinking that Trump gave a shit about them, and they went and did kind of what he implied to do, and they.
He didn't imply. He told them to do that.
I'm giving you a week. And they went and did it and thought they were going to be, is it emancipated or just not, be untouchable?
He was going to, there is.
You're going to jail for taking the podium, you dum-dum. You're going to jail for trespassing. You're going to jail for threatening lives. You're going to jail for stealing mail. Like, you're going to jail.
Stealing a laptop.
Taking a laptop, you're going to jail.
And I've been watching the videos, and at first I remember watching it on TV, and it, from all the news stations' perspective, it didn't seem like it was that bad. It seemed like the crowd just overtook you couldn't tell it was police. They just looked like security guards, like overtook the security guards, and then got into the Capitol, and then like had like a little party. So from what I could see on that night, and they were talking about it, I was like looking at it, I was like, it doesn't seem like it's that bad. I'm just like, I don't see. Then all the videos, because people are so ignorant. They posted everything that they did. They posted it all on the internet.
Oh man, they did selfies. They did all that shit.
Exactly. And because they thought that Trump was going to pardon him. But we'll get back to that pardon in a minute. But yeah, and I watched the videos, Lee. And I was like,
what?
These people, I had to think. I was doing the whole like, ooh.
They thought they were going to get away with it. That's why that happened.
No, but the videos though, like these people they had trampled a woman to death, and I didn't even know that, but they had it in one of the videos. It showed the woman getting trampled, and they didn't care. And I was like, wait, so this is how one of them lost their life? I thought the people who weren't the dude that got beat over the head with the fire extinguisher. I thought the other people just had like heart attacks. I thought this woman had like a heart attack and she fell and died. No, she was trampled. Yeah. So, and they were showing this footage like as they were moving to get into the Capitol. And like these people had like pipes, they had guns, they had all kind of weapons and stuff, and like you couldn't see that from the TV angle. And so when they got it, they were beating the cops, they were stomping them.
Well, the cops who were against them.
Right. Well, exactly, the cops that was against them. And then they somehow miraculously got into the Capitol because somebody, wink, wink, led them in there. Some of the people who work right there, some of the representatives.
Stop! What are you guys doing?
Right. Open up, let them in.
Don't go in there.
And then they just wreaked havoc. They tore it up. They tore up the place, busted the windows out, and I'm sitting there like,
Jasmine Sullivan, the whole place.
I bust the windows for your car.
I do like the part where they had that the black policeman was like, he was like diverting them from AOC and the rest of the politicians in the room and shit. And that shit was working. Like he was just like pushing one dude and walking this way, the other way, and then he walked him into like where 3 other cops were in this big room, and one guy that he was provoking was the leader of that that mob, and they were just following them away. Like nobody decided to go the other way. They were just following this black cop. I thought that was cool. So I guess now he's like a bodyguard for Michelle Obama.
Yeah, he's like, they had him at, I think it's he was.
Because he's at the inauguration.
Yeah, Kamala, the vice president.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kamala Harris.
Yeah, he was there as her guest or someone's guest, but he
was working.
Her. He was working, so he was escorting her. Okay. I saw him escorting her there, so yeah. But no, I mean, the election was cool. I mean, that's crazy about that insurrection though, like those videos.
You're gonna talk about the pardon?
The pardon, yes. I was getting there.
Oh, you were okay.
No, don't forget. So he pardoned all of the people there. Or they wanted a pardon. And
he said no because I want to pardon Lil Wayne.
No, he didn't even say. He didn't say no. He just said that.
No, I'm just.
I mean, he didn't do anything for them, and so they felt duped.
Like he said, "You guys aren't celebrities. I got a part in the celebrity."
Right. So they felt duped, and it's just kind of like, whoo. No, I'm laughing because I saw one of the guy with the rant, the one that they called the shaman or whatever.
The shaman.
Yeah.
Is
so
that a bison helmet?
it looked like it was something. So he was saying that he really believed Trump, and he thought that Trump was going to pardon him. That's why I was trying to get to that.
That's what he did. He did say
he
that.
really believed it. He really thought that Trump was going to pardon him. And now, like, they feel like they said duped by Trump.
Good.
Like they felt like.
Exactly. Now you know how the rest of us felt.
But that was the thing. Like they really thought that they were going to basically with murder.
Why would you think that? Trump doesn't care about you guys, dude. You don't make six figures or over. You don't make. You're not a celebrity. You're regular people. He doesn't care about you guys. And then you guys did all this shit. You voted for him. You thought he was gonna be your savior. No, dude. No.
You said that though.
Huh?
Yo, go ahead. I was just saying there were some interviews that I saw where people were really thought they was gonna pardon.
Yeah, why? Why? Why did you think that? Because I'll give him this. I love his attitude. Like somebody threw something on the stage and he was like, "Who did that?" I like that attitude. Like New York comes out. You know what I mean? Like you don't take shit from nobody, right? But as the president, you gotta be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He'll go to like meetings with other leaders and not shake their hands because like he's like a baby. You know what I mean? He doesn't get his way, so now he's like he didn't get his way or he didn't agree with Pence, so now he's talking shit about Pence. Like he's like a backstabber, dude. Like he doesn't have any friends. Yeah, he's shady. He has no friends unless you get invest in his companies or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he's just a weirdo, man.
But the thing about it was, and there was like a commentator that said something some months back about if some of his supporters wanted into one of his golf clubs, they would never get in.
Oh man, absolutely not. And this is how I want all you all you white people to understand how racist you are, because you thought your white knight was gonna have your back, and he didn't. And
at all, Annie.
And in the beginning of January was proof. Like he doesn't care about you guys.
He didn't say nothing. Yeah. He left y'all.
Oh yeah. He didn't. He's not a gentleman, you guys. He has no honor. Yeah. He make a horrible samurai. Like he is selfish. He's just a businessman who doesn't have a good businesses, but what I hear and what I read, he doesn't care about you guys, and you guys thought because he was white or orange, he was going to be your savior after Obama, and you didn't want a woman in the office because of yada yada yada, and now it's like, and then he would do stuff, irresponsible things during the 4 years and really really like immature things, and you still roll with him. It's like you like
I never
like your
understood
autistic
that.
son will do something and he's like, oh, he's autistic, it's okay, oh, he's this or that or whatever, it's okay, like don't worry about it. Like you're making up excuses for him and stuff through everything. Like you wouldn't want your son to act like that, but your president, it's okay. Like I don't understand. This is what I was trying to say is you guys are racist. Basically. Because you saw a white man up there talking shit, and that's how you roll, or you like the new attitude, or you didn't want a politician in office. Well, this is what you get. Nothing got done.
Nothing.
Except some pardons.
Some tax cuts or something like that. That's
for rich people?
For rich people.
Yeah. That had nothing to do with you guys.
Nothing to do with you
the
all.
average normal person.
And that's why I'm like that's what I could like. He didn't even want to touch them. There was like an interview about him talking about how he didn't want to touch them and be around them, and yet they still it just went over their heads, or they never heard it because they just wanted to be in some kind of bubble. Yeah. Excuse me. It's just, to me, I'm like, I could never follow someone off the cliff like that. But I'm glad he's gone, though. I'm glad he's gone.
Even if he still did the same things he did as far as being a president, as far as like the activities and stuff. If he was more of a gentleman, you know, not throwing toilet paper or whatever during the Puerto Rico situation, like, you know, shaking hands, going to the inauguration, you know, because he's supposed to bring Biden in and show him everything like Obama did to him. But he's too much of a pussy to even do any of that. Like, he's not a gentleman, you guys. Like, especially what kills me is, like, in the South, you learn Southern hospitality. You bring strangers in, you shake hands, you tell them, you know, how you feel.
Hot tea or that Southern sweet tea.
You know what I'm saying? Trump would not do that to you guys. He wouldn't invite you in nowhere. He don't care about you guys. All you cared about was he's a white man. I want you to know that you are racist. For the white people who say, "Oh, I got black friends, but I'd vote for Trump." No, dude. Like, I don't get it. And then the black people, the black Republicans who voted for him.
Yeah, wait, that's what I'm saying. I don't get the 10% of y'all supposedly black men who voted for Trump. There's 10% of black men.
Oh, there's women too. There's women too.
I know, but I'm saying for a male, I'm talking to the men's. I don't know how y'all voted for Trump. I really don't know. That still just doesn't even resonate with me. Well, I can't even get it. But go ahead, you were saying.
Trump had them by the economic balls, because they saw a businessman. Because if you notice, a lot of black Republicans are educated and financially, I won't say either well off or know about finances.
Right.
So they saw. So instead of Hillary, because Hillary didn't touch any of that, they saw a businessman coming in to as a candidate for presidency, and this is what you guys got. This is what you guys got. I hope he did everything you thought he would. You know, because there's no excuse for his behavior. You know, what did he do? Maybe I need to do my research, because I want to give it even.
Nothing.
What else did he do other than pardons?
Nothing.
And a few tax cuts for people who made it what? You know what I mean? And then
Nothing.
And then the stimulus checks. Okay, well, who wouldn't have done that? You know, he did more like ignorant, negative things, and image-wise, like, if you talk to anybody outside of America, they feel sorry for us. It's not like oh, you guys suck, or why'd you choose him? It's like are you guys okay? They want to know. Like somebody like I got a splinter in my finger. Called Trump, and they're like, oh, let me see that. I can't get it out for another 4 years, but yeah, you can take a look at it after that. You know what I mean? Like, it's they feel sorry for us now. And what kind of a president are you that people outside celebrated for us when Biden got elected?
Thank
you know,
God.
Like, nobody cared who runs Canada or all the what do you call it, continents in Africa. No, Africa's
country.
Africa's
the continent. And the countries in there.
Countries.
Or as Trump called them, shithole countries.
Right. Do you care? No, but everybody cared that the states had Trump for 4 years.
They really did.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's your president, guys. That was your president.
You know, I grew up in Missouri, and that state is a very Trump state. And it's just like, and I kind of understand why they wanted to vote for him, because they just, it's like, it's a cultural thing. And it was because, like you said, he's white.
Yeah.
It's because he speaks their language. And a lot of them are these so-called God-fearing people who go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
And to me, they're ignorant people. They could be led astray very easily, as you can see. Yeah. And I feel like they're always taken advantage of by the Republican Party. they know that these people are ignorant and they take advantage of it and they use it to their advantage. And it's so sad growing up in it because I go back there and you see these Trump stickers on their trucks and cars and you're like, but he didn't do nothing for you.
He didn't do anything for you. He took away your Medicare.
Your Obamacare hand.
He took away your ACA, which you call Obamacare, and then try to implement his own thing. Is it better? Was it any better?
He didn't do shit with that.
At least Obama was trying. I heard good and bad about ACA, but was it ACA?
Yeah, you're right.
But
Affordable Care Act.
Yeah, Affordable Care Act. But at least he's tried, and then he couldn't finish. You know what I'm saying? He's up against all these Republicans who they don't see any money in it. Trump did. He wanted to lessen the amount of prescription pills. Did that go through?
No.
Did that happen? All he did was give us.
He wants to build that wall, y'all. He wanted to build that wall.
The wall was built halfway, not even.
I don't think it was even halfway. I think it was like 90 miles.
Wow, wasting money on that.
It really is. They just go around it if they want to come in.
I want to get rid of MS-13. This, not the biggest issue that we have in America with immigrants. Like, what the F? What are you talking about, bro? Like, ugh.
He's so funny because, like, since he's been in office, I haven't seen him much. He has been like behind the desk in the White House working.
Did sign some order papers or
and then he left. He be on TV for 5 hot
seconds. And then came back again, did some more, and then left. So I mean, I'm hoping that he's working. And look, when T. Rump got into office, I was trying to give him a benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? I'll let him do his thing. But he kept showing his ass. He's an asshole. He's like
and people like it.
I don't understand. Like, I would like it too if he was doing stuff and be, you know what I'm saying? But like, when you go out there and represent your
lock her up. Go ahead.
What I like about the other countries and continents and whatever was when Trump did stupid shit like that. I don't feel like they held it against the rest of us. They just saw him as an individual dum-dum who was, not shaking hands and, being a baby and all that stuff. So thank you to the other foreign countries who didn't think that Trump represented us, because that's how bad he was. I also want to talk about Black Republicans.
Talk about them.
So I watched a documentary called Uncle Tom, which was very, very done very, very well.
It was a documentary?
Yeah. I have dyslexia. That's why that happened. So it was shot in black and white. It was very good. It was very insightful. A lot of things that I already knew, but a lot of black people who I didn't know of, and whom I will do research on, and I can't really remember their names now. The only name I really remember it because she's always in the public eye is Candace Owens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, to say something positive about them is that it's funny because when they do talk about economic growth and being black and whatever and all that stuff, all that jazz, is they are pro-black. Like, if you ever listen to Candace Owens talk about upliftment of communities, she talks about education and being black and how we need to do better and stuff. And if it wasn't for the religion and the Trump voting, I would probably be a black Republican, because we were Republican. If you think about Black Wall Street in Tulsa and back in the days in the 50s and 60s, we started out black Republican, and then JFK and the New Deal came, and we loved JFK so much because he did so much for black people. And then JFK was a Democrat. We switched over, you know what I'm saying? And now everything's kind of twisted and stuff. So if anything, I'm staying libertarian. And if that's the word, libertarian,
libertarian, right?
I'm gonna stay librarian. And because I don't trust each classes, but I'm just saying,
you be independent
or independent. What I'm trying to say is there's good in bad. There's good in evil. people who are evil we playing pussies all day.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought that was
He under the table trying to touch my slick money. We can. There's the villain became a villain for a reason. You know, he's not Damien and didn't have the devil in him. You know what I mean? And I don't think black Republicans are evil. I mean, they're all educated. They all speak well. They all are financially aware and doing great. You know, a lot of people self-educate. And I think as black people, we should self-educate as well. And it's okay to be Republican, Democrat, independent, libertarian, anything. You know, it's... What's the other one? The green one. The green party. The green party. Like, whatever you want to do, you know, do what you feel. Because in the long run, they all are about black upliftment. You know what I'm saying? So, watch Uncle Tom. It's free on Prime if you have Prime, Amazon Prime. I suggest every black person should watch that.
Oh.
Uncle Tom documentary.
Was it Cicely Tyson in there too?
I don't remember. If she was, it was like really short.
You know, I keep hearing everything about and reading all these comments and stuff about Cicely Tyson. Like, how did she die? And you know, people can't see me batting my eyelashes, but I'm sitting here like, she was 96.
She was 99. What?
She was 96.
Like,
same difference.
She did her thing,
right.
guys.
There was there's this whole
people.
It was like a whole conversation. Like, how did she die?
Oh.
Like, did she die from COVID? Did she, how did she die? Like, that was like the whole. That's like the whole like thing going around. And I'm like,
her organ said 96. Her organ said, "Come on, sister, let's go, dude." You did your thing, yo. Let's go see Miles. Let's go.
All right. It was like I kept reading them. I'm like, certainly these people are not like being real, but it was like the comments on like one of her photos, like when she was younger, and like they were like commenting like, I can't believe she's gone. Like, how did she die? It was like several comments.
Bro, she's not 21, son. Most of y'all don't even know who she is.
Right.
You just think, yeah, she's a natural treasure. Think like this: she's free now. She can walk normal. She's floating or whatever. Whatever you think. If you think we die at like soul, if we think we're like that, thank God. You know, she's free now. She can roam where she wants to. She doesn't have to worry about ailments. She's free. Why don't we think like that? Why do we think? Oh my God, how she died? Why are we crying, dude? Like, celebrate her life. Watch all her movies.
Right.
You know, watch everything she's been. Look at the craft. You know, read her book because she came out with a book
2 days before she died.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So support that and you know, keep it moving. Like, she did her thing. Like, she's a natural treasure. She's a cult classic, and she did her thing. You know, so let's celebrate.
I agree.
Her.
But there is one thing that was like, they keep bringing up this insert, like nobody knew that she had a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And so she talks about the daughter in her book. She just calls the daughter, the name she calls in the book is Joan, but I don't think that's her. Nobody don't. It's just like a name that she's using. Joan, and she talks about how she gave up pretty much being a mother to her because she sent her off to boarding school, and she gave up like being a real mother at the time that she really needed a mother, talking about her daughter. And so as in the later years, she talks in the book, she goes on and she says how her daughter doesn't want any type to do with her type of life like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so she lets her remain private for that reason. And so she has a 78-year-old child running around here somewhere.
78 people? He's right behind. She's right behind her. You want everybody to live forever?
Right.
When I see somebody's like 110 or something, I'm like, what are we doing? Are you trying to hold out for the AIs and the cybernetic robots to come? Like, what are you hanging on to?
Yeah.
You want the virtual like. You want to invest in Bitcoin? What are you doing, dude? I'm out at 90 cents. Like, I don't want to see 80. My body all giving out. I can't poop by myself.
You definitely start to shut down at a certain age, so it's kind of like,
if you could take my brain out and put it in a robot or something like Chappie or something, then do that. But my body's dying now. Like I can't even fathom like 80. You got a
little wheelchair.
You got a bag underneath so I could boo boo. Sit down. I had some like strangers like wash me and my balls. Like, I mean, that might be fun. But no.
That's part of being. That's the part of getting old that you think about, and you be like, maybe it's good to die young, because you don't know, live to see where you're, because I'm pretty sure like people are still like mentally aware of what's going on. It's just because physically the body's checked out.
I think like if you're healthy, like who's really really healthy but older.
With the man from Good Times, the daddy.
Oh, James Avery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is his name James? Oh no, I'm sorry.
James Evans.
Almost.
Oh, something Evans. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about his name on the show.
James Avery is
the Fresh Prince. Yeah, that's right.
R.I.P. James Almost. No, James Almost is
That's it's something like that because I remember seeing it on Jeff. But you know the guy from there. Yeah, look him up. Okay, I gotta take on really quick. Okay. Well, that water just go through me. Okay, I'm ready. What was his name?
John Amos.
John Amos. I knew it was something like that.
I said James. Anyway, I haven't seen him lately, but because he's gonna be on Coming to America too. But somebody like I don't know, when David Goggins becomes like 70 or 80, or even Billy Blank, like they're gonna live a long time unless they have an aneurysm or something, like something random. But it's not gonna be health reasons because they're all gonna be fit. You know what I mean? So we need to.
Fit people just be having heart attacks every now,
I mean, but we still gotta take care of ourselves. That's
true.
I mean, that when I hear stuff like that, they're doing something else. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
I always thought that too. You can't
be eating greens and stuff like this and eating really healthy. And what if you're like on a raw veggie diet and you die of a heart attack? No, you're doing something else that you're not telling.
Steroids, ain't he? Steroids.
Or, you're drinking a lot of alcohol, and,
yep.
And then you're combating it with extra workouts to kill that calorie, or you're taking drugs or something. Like it's something. It's not just you know what I mean.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. Because I was like, they drop dead. We had a couple of instructors at our gym that did that. And they were all. I said, them are steroids.
Because
I know it is.
You look at Dr. Dre. He had a brain aneurysm. He should be dead.
So that is what he had. He had it. That is what
aneurysm.
Yeah.
So it's like that's random, because that's something else. That's your body doing something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how aneurysms really work. But I know I had a friend who her mom was in a bar and just died of an aneurysm in the bar. So what is that? You know what I'm saying? And she's in her 30s and young, and
the mama or the daughter?
The mom.
Okay.
So it's like, how does this happen? So if you're fit and healthy and you work out and you're active and you're gonna live for a long time. So if I'm like that, hopefully, and I'm 80, I'm good because I'm I don't have a belly. I'm eating right. I know I'm active and walking around and running around if I can. And it's possible. So I think we just need to take better care of ourselves. And
but it's just, I think sometimes you're right. I do think that we should take better care of ourselves. But like we were just talking about like Screech, like before the show, and like how
Yeah, but he had cancer though. Like, how do you get cancer.
I mean, like, it's kind of like the same thing with brain aneurysm. Like, it's like the luck of the draw. I mean, but you're not really lucky. It's the unlucky.
Right. Because I would think, like, Chadwick Boseman had enough money to, like, he wasn't eating crazy, you know. And we you know, you see the weight loss. You're as a spectator, you're just thinking maybe it's for a role or something. But no, it's because of the cancer. But before that, Black Panther and Get Up and all that stuff, or Get On Up, he looked normal. You know what I'm saying? So, how did he get that cancer? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are
the same one Aretha had, that colon cancer.
So what are we not doing, and what do we need to do to avoid the cancer? You know what I'm saying? Because that can be random too. You thinking like, well, I can eat all this bread and I can eat this or that because you're used to it, but no, it's like, no, your body's like, nope, okay, one more piece of bread, you're gonna give me cancer, you're gonna give us cancer, and then boom, it's like you gotta do the checkups and take care of yourself, because it's scary, man.
That really is, cause
especially Dustin Diamond and Chadwick Boseman, because they're in our age bracket, and I mean, with colon cancer, you feel fine until you got a boo-boo a lot.
Is it blood in your? Is it blood? I don't know. I didn't check it out.
Yeah, there's blood in your stool.
Stool,
you know what I mean? And I thought I had that. I didn't have blood in my stool, but I thought I had something going on with me because my boo-boo was tripping, and I had to go to the hospital. And they were like, "No." So, but what that for me was bread. You know, I had to listen to my body. And it was like, "You need more carbs." You idiot. And I'm like, okay. And then after I ate the bread, and then and added fish oil supplements and stuff like that, my boo-boo was regular, baby.
We're glad to know that.
So it's like you gotta listen to your body, and when you take a shower, you look down and your stomach's in the way of your dick or your pubic hair, like you got a problem. Fix it.
You don't like
I want to see ab penis. I want to see, belly, then maybe the penis.
But it goes to show you, like you said, you gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Yeah, eat right.
Well, exactly. You have to eat right.
Stop the buffets. Stop the buffets.
You talking about buffet? I don't know how I ever went to a buffet. When you think about it, it is so.
Me too, dude. Because you know what's funny? You pay that amount, which isn't that bad. You pay that amount, and you feel obligated to eat like 5 plates of food, and it's all like bad, dude. Like it's amazing, and it's funny because when I would go to those places, everybody's large and in charge.
Spilling all over them chairs they got.
Oh
It's
my
all
God.
over them.
Can't wait. Get the table, run, get the plate, mountain the food. Don't even finish the food.
No.
Can't finish the food. Eyes bigger than their pockets.
And the ones in the little remote chairs, the little hover rounds, they be getting it too. They all be in line.
Eyes bigger than their stomachs.
And it's just like, but when you think about it, like all that many people all over the food, like.
Well, that's what they got the glass for.
But sometimes the glass would be like this high, and then the food would be down there. So it's like it's for people who stepping over. But then you got the little kids who put their hands on it. When you think about it, then you think about the buffets. You just think about like how many people are in there and like how many people come through there.
Yeah.
And the people that work there are not watching the stations like that. They're usually changing out the food. They're in the back. Every time I went to a Golden Corral or a Ryan's or Old Country Kitchen, these are buffet places. It was like, cool. You can eat as much as you want. Like you said, eat as much as you want. Do what you want there. Drink as much as you want. Even sneak some little food with you and take it home. But now, as I got older, I was actually thinking about this the other day. Ooh, a buffet style place. And you think about all the people are just like, and like a lot of people do not wash their hands.
I'll tell you one thing. I used to work at a buffet.
Which one?
I don't want to say.
All right.
I don't think it's here anymore. And I remember they told me, they said, "Lee, take the biscuits out." I said, "Okay, I got it." So you need to get a big tray, and I dropped a biscuit, and my chef picked the biscuit up and put it back on my tray. And I said, "Aren't you gonna throw that away?" And he looked at me and said, "We don't waste food here." He didn't brush it. He didn't do anything. He just picked it up and put it right back on the tray. And I'm thinking about the floor, like it's all like food under our shoes. You know, it's like it's been, you know, we're walking around since 3, like running around that kitchen. And I saw
so it's moist and soiled.
3-second rule. I said, no. I didn't even think about it because I was going to throw it away. You know what I mean? Anyway, I mean, that's not to say that's every place, but that's not saying
right.
It isn't either. You know what I mean? So,
but it usually is people who are younger people or, you know, undocumented people sometimes hardly work there, and then people, you know, who are just trying to get on their feet are working at these places. So it's like, you know, they're not really caring what you're doing. They just trying to make their dollar for the day and get out of there. So, and I just remember, especially going to the ice cream machine and, you know, those places. It's just like, it was always so much ice cream all over the plate. It'd be like cups and stuff everywhere because it'd be like people just played around in it. And I just like would not even think about it. But now thinking about it, I don't think I'd ever go back to a buffet.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross and it's unhealthy. And I'm talking about just the food, but it's like unhealthy to eat that way.
Right, truly.
You know, we as individuals, we need to take care of ourselves. You know, we have to. I mean, because it's funny because the access is easy. You think like, oh, I go to Whole Foods and I have to pay. It's too expensive. It's like, nah. Like, think about your cable bill. Think about everybody who doesn't have Disney Plus, who doesn't have Prime, who doesn't have Hulu, Netflix. Like, how about paying that extra for better food? You know, stop going to, what are they? I won't say the ghetto ones, but I mean grocery stores. But like
Food for Less.
Food for Less. Like
99-cent store.
Oh my god, dude, like all that sugary food.
You don't like that sugary food?
I don't. That's probably why I'm still alive. I don't eat a lot of candy.
And your teeth will thank you too.
Oh my god, dude! Like, if you want to keep giving money to these hospitals because you're going to the dialysis and pills and all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
You know, the hospitals love when you spend money to eat, go to the buffet.
They love it when the big people roll up in there. Yeah. I'm sure they do.
How many people go like that? I wonder if like you go to your doctor and your doctor's like, so did you go to the buffet? Oh, I go to the one over here, knowing that he doesn't. I go to the one over here. Like, they want you to die slowly so they can get paid. Listen to what I'm saying. It's a conspiracy, man. Or not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, want you to get fat, out of shape. You spend money on these, you know, the dialysis and, and the money. I'm sorry, the pills and the bedtime. Like, you know, that of those. I had a heart attack, but I survived.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the next show. I had a
oh, they survived. Yes, that's another one able to come. That's more money from the from your insurance
because they usually have
or your pocket.
You know, a couple more after that. You know, I worked with a guy who was 38 years old.
Oh Lord!
And he had 2 heart attacks already at 38.
Is he a big boy?
He was a big boy.
My mom told me this lady who was in her late 20s. Got her gallbladder thing, you know, took out. Like in your late 20s, you know how much food you have to consume for your gallbladder to be like, yo, get me out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's usually like either you get older because the buildup,
right?
You know what I mean? Or you're overweight. And this young lady was overweight. You guys, I don't know what it's gonna take. Like, here's a perfect example. We got Gabe in the house. He's changing his lifestyle. Gabe, I want to archive this. What is your routine now? And tell us real quick what made you go on this path and this routine that you made up yourself. It's fantastic. This brother is doing it. He's making a change. He said, "I'm not gonna be Screech and and Black Panther.
True.
I'm changing my life. I want to see my penis. Let's do this."
Well, it's not because of the penis thing. No, I'm just fucking with you. But
that's my problem.
Oh, okay. I'll do that for
I'm
you.
kidding.
But no, so I decided to do it because I wasn't able to wear any of my clothes anymore.
The waistband wasn't
yeah,
going over the leg.
They were too tight, and like when you put tight clothes on, it just like it really does kind of keep you like you feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of my clothes either didn't fit or they felt very uncomfortable. And so I was like, you know what? I need to do something. So on January 18th, I started drinking all water. I said like crystal water, or sparklet water, I should say. I love sparklet water. So I go to the store and get my little sparklet water.
You drink normal water.
Yeah, so I actually drink, well, no, this is sparkling water. So you know the sparkling?
No, just drink water.
I mean, I do drink water, but I like the way the sparklet tastes.
I know, that's carbon, right?
This one right here is sparkling water. Yes, this is flavored water, so it tastes pretty good. Because I've been drinking water, and sparkling water is on that tip as well. So doing the sparklet water as well. But I usually drink that when I have I want something sweet. So that's because I still have like a sweet craving every now and again. But like I was saying, so on January the 18th, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start it. I believe it was a Monday. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start it because that weekend I ate like a pig, and I said on Monday I'm gonna start.
Party like it's 1999.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna start doing this on January the 18th. So started drinking water. But my meals consist of, because I think I was telling you the meals, like I either do almond milk or skim milk, or I'm going to do oatmeal milk. I haven't done oatmeal, but that'll be part of my diet as well at some point. But anyway, so I do almond milk. That's what I've been doing this week so far, and a little bit of last week. And then I do my Cheerios. They're multi-grain with strawberries, and this is all natural. Well, so strawberries, natural, so to speak. So I have that at 8 o'clock. Before 8 o'clock or at 8 o'clock in the morning that's like my breakfast time. and then around 2 o'clock so 8 o'clock, and then around 10 o'clock I'll have like a banana or an apple or a yogurt or a handful of almonds, because that's my snack. And then at 12 o'clock, I'll go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, and Target even happens too, those little pre-made salad bowls. And I buy those for the week, put it in the refrigerator, and I take that for lunch. So that's what I have for lunch. And that's at 12 o'clock. And then at 2 p.m., if I'm hungry again, which sometimes I am, I'll have, like I said, another apple or orange or a handful of nuts. Or... You know what I'm saying? Or I can have half of, like I was telling you, half of a nutritional bar. I'll have one of those. Like it's like a meal replacement bar, but they're nutritional bars too. And so that'll be like around 2. And then 4, if I get hungry again, I'll have the other half, or I'll have something like nuts or something, or orange. And then at 7, I have my last lunch or my last dinner. So 7 is dinner. And I'll have my water. I'm drinking water throughout the day, so usually about 32 ounces a day is what I'm able to get through right now. And then when I get to dinner, then I'll either have like chicken, so I have like either a cup of chicken with spring lettuce and like a cup of rice, or I'll do broccoli with chicken. Or I will do, did I say tuna fish yet? So tuna fish, I'll have tuna fish, and I usually have that as it in a salad. So tuna fish with salad, cut up like eggs, a hard-boiled egg, and a little bit of salad dressing, and that could be my dinner as well. So I've been doing this since the 18th, and I've lost 10 pounds.
And you're counting calories.
And I am counting calories. So I have an app that actually helps me keep track of the calories. Oh, and I'm doing cardio too.
Right. So what's the cardio?
So the cardio is
where is the cardio?
Where's the cardio?
In the time period.
Oh, so the cardio is right after at the breakfast. Because I have a problem at breakfast. So usually after breakfast, I will do a 30-minute run. And it's usually a run, so
on
it's
the treadmill.
like on the treadmill. So it's like a nice solid run, but like I'm not like running fast, but it's at a nice pace, and that's where I've worked myself up to now I can do that. And then at night I'll walk for 30 minutes on the treadmill.
So financially, is this a big change at all in the pockets, or is it?
No, because yes, because like I'm saving more money because what happened was I was, I love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't say that, but they got some good. Chick-fil-A's food is real good. Them waffle fries is the bomb. So Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, I love they Big Macs there, and then you got Burger King who got the Whopper. I'm just telling you. And then you go to KFC, you get that 2-piece chicken and a biscuit, and and I just all those fast food. Oh,
so now he's not spending anything on there.
And so now I'm not spending any of them.
So how much money are you? Could you save?
You're right. So those dinners are like $3. Those little salad trays are like $3. So you take that 3 times 5 is 15. So I usually get 5 a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15. The milk is like $3, and then cereal is like $3 a box.
How's the discipline going so far? You said it's only been like 3 weeks, right?
This is starting my 3rd week. Yeah.
So how's the discipline so far?
The discipline, I mean, after the 3rd day, you kind of got it. Like I was telling you, like this past weekend, we wanted to get something to eat, me and a couple of friends, and I'm like, ooh, there's a vegan place. I asked if there was a vegan place, and then we went to this vegan place. So if I do go out now, if I was to eat something, I would try to do either their salad. So you're trying to answer your question. I would always think about nothing with bread, nothing pretty much with meat, with their ground beef or their chicken or whatever, like chicken nuggets and stuff like that. Wherever you would go, I would go for the salad base item. Is what I always. So every time I go out, I'm like, what's the salad based item? Or if it's a vegan place, then we're good. You can eat anything off the menu that's a vegan place. But like anywhere else that you go, like look for the salad or the greeny, dish that they have there. So yeah.
It's like there's this mentality that we have that we're so spoiled. Like we want when something new opens, especially in LA. There's so much food here. There's so many food places here, and so many good places to be at, to be seen, and to indulge in food.
They want to be seen more though. But go ahead.
That it's hard to just stay home and cook something. You know what I mean? And once in a while, you mentioned like you do something once in a while. I forgot what you said. The dressing on the side. But you can spoil yourself a little bit. Yeah, why not? But you have to counteract that with exercise. Exactly. And that's the biggest part of the whole thing. Like you gotta do cardio. You gotta eat right. You gotta count calories because that whole day you're supposed to destroy the calories that day. So if you have a like real small but 200 calorie intake, then your walk or when you're counting your steps, your walk should be over that, maybe 3, maybe 5. You know what I'm saying? Do that extra 20, 30 minutes to counteract those calories. That's counting calories. People can do it, man. People have done it. I was watching this YouTube the other day. This guy lost
how much he lived
from beer belly to abs in 3 months, and
you think that's real?
He did it extremely, but I think that's real, absolutely, because all that takes is discipline. That's all it takes.
Yeah, like I was telling you.
Look at LL Cool J. Like he said, he had to do a video, so he did something for a few months. He stopped eating bread for a few months or whatever. And then he got chiseled for the new album in the video. You know what I mean? Like it is possible. Absolutely. Look at there's this Indian comedian. He's gonna be in the Internals. He took only 6 months to a year to just work out, and now looks fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And now he's in a routine. He said he went back to eating stuff, but. Because I saw him on a talk show, he started eating all these donuts. He went crazy too. But even with him, he's not going to gain weight from that because he's going to work that out the next day. It's going to be gone. Those calories are going to be gone. So it's possible.
It is. But you're like the discipline. So over the past, like the 3rd day, I was pretty much good. Like, like I said, if I want something sweet, then I'll go get one of the protein bars. That's what I'm trying to say.
Moderation and portions. That's what it is. Like if I eat a burrito, like a regular burrito, I cut that bitch in half or in thirds or something, because here's what gets us, which is the cocaine part. Like, it tastes good, you know what I mean? You can't, but listen to your body, you know what I'm saying? Or just have discipline, cut that shit, eat a little bit, wait, eat another one,
drink
you know
water.
Drink water, because you're actually supposed to be eating 8 times a day. But that's, and some of y'all be thinking, you can't even fathom that, because your meals are like breakfast,
Big
lunch, and
ass
dinner. You know what I'm saying? And it's
too.
like big, yeah. Imagine just cutting that shit in half. Like you said, what killed me, what you told me was, like, you said, I eat a snack, a bar, a protein bar, whatever, nutritional bar, and I said, and you won't be even hungry, because you said you ate half of it.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
why do you eat half of it? Oh, because I need to eat something in the middle to calm for the routine part.
Exactly.
So my body gets something. Because if you think about it, like, imagine, yeah, dude, that makes so much sense. Because it's like, if you work 8 hours, if you work like 4 hours and you're hungry, like, imagine if you ate something in the middle of that 4 hour, like anything, like small, like a whole bar, and you ate that, you're not going to be hungry at lunchtime, not that much. And then even at lunch, like, you eat a little bit, and then you eat a little bit, and you know, after 3 hours or 4 hours, like, you'll be good, and you won't be hungry. Like, who wants to go around, like, having, like, a big-ass lunch and then going back to work?
Right,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? That's how you gain weight, because you're sitting down, you go back, if you're working in an office, you go back, you sit down, eat, go back to your desk, sit down, work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting any activity. It's just, it's possible when we can do it. And we're gonna see where Gabriel is.
Well, like I said, I'm down 10 pounds. So I'm really happy about it.
And that's 2 weeks, so that's insane. Like,
10 pounds.
and that's because he cut out the fast food. Part of his stomach is fast food.
Oh! It was
80% of his stomach is fast food. So it's like, I don't know, dude. I'm glad you're doing this. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I want to see bigger pastures. If you get abs before I do, I'm gonna be upset. And
I ain't going for abs though. I'm just going to get toned and firm, because I'm just tired. Honestly, I'm just tired of not fitting my clothes. Like, because like I said, you see, I got these sweats on. That's all that I can wear. And now I could get in a pair, but it's like, I don't want to feel uncomfortable. Like, I hate that uncomfortable feeling. Or have to, do the rig to where you could have to put your vest in your pant. So you put a rubber band around the rubber band around the button, and then you put it through the hole, so you push it back on the button. Yeah. You do that little rig thing. Like, I was doing that so I could wear my jeans. I'm like, it's just not. It was cutting off my circulation and stuff.
I just unbutton the top button.
Yeah, but sometimes it gets caught up under your stomachs.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. So I was just like, okay, so. It's.
We got dad bods and don't have kids. I'm doing mine because of my humping performance. I don't like it.
Who you humping?
I just don't feel like humping.
Oh, you don't feel like it.
I don't feel pretty anymore. So
well,
I gotta change it so I can have better performance.
That makes sense. I mean, I will say that I can run a little bit better now. So I'm pretty sure that if you can, like, without like feeling as winded. So I'm pretty sure it's the same. Like, if you were, fine young lady and you wanted to get down like that, if you build up your endurance, you'd probably be able to, perform a little better.
It's not that. It's all vanity.
Oh, so you just said it was. You just said.
What I
said? You said that it help you perform better.
Yeah, because I'll look better and I'll put more into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're actually doing it for looks, to be vain.
I don't want the jiggle in my stomach. It looks weird.
Well,
and I don't have a big stomach. It's just there. It's just like a pooch.
I know you got some folks at work that got some bigger stomach than you do.
They got food babies in there. and are rotting.
Okay, I didn't need that image in my head.
You have rotting.
Oh.
You got like another body in there. Hanging over like your jeans. When does it stop when you look in the mirror and you're looking at your fat overlap your jeans and you say, cool? Like, really? And you still keep going? Where That's like
Because
disrespectful
it's
to
all
your
fat
body.
in there. It's all fat.
Which turns to that yellow gunk. It's like, when do you start respecting yourself? You know what I'm saying? Do you hate yourself that much that you let that happen? That is super duper extreme, bro. Like, you got the flab on your arm and the wind blow and it just like a flag. Like, you like that? You let that happen.
Stop.
Why? Why do you let that happen?
Oh. When you think about it, though, when you really, like, because that's all fat, and then their stomachs usually hate, like, it's all fat in there. Like, that is just like, your body's breaking it down and pushing it out. Breaking it down, pushing it out. Or maybe not even breaking it out, just pushing it out.
Yeah, sometimes it just stays there.
And you said it's rotten. But all
that's how you get gallbladder. That's how you get colon cancer, because there's food in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the tube in your butthole and vacuum that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like stealing gas.
Ew. Okay.
But you guys don't do anything, and then you get diabetes, and then you're crying over the diabetes. But you kept eating like that. You keep eating the fried foods. You kept going to Burger King, Carl's Jr., Mickey D's, because you didn't want to cook today. You want to get the Big Mac, or you know. Oh, people, please, we can do this.
We really can.
There's apps out there for you. People want to help you. You save so much money. Look at Gabe. He saved so much money in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop giving money to these institutions, food is places that don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your doctor, get on the routine, and just do it. It's easy. It's easy.
Because there's like people do have like a lot of cravings. I know, like I
do too. Yeah.
But when I will say this, I know I shared it with you, but not here. This weekend, this week starts my third week. So this weekend was ending my second week, and I went to this place down in Long Beach, which is a vegan place. And like before, I don't know if you ever had vegan food, but to me it just didn't have any taste, and I missed all of the original nutrients, or not nutrients, but fats and saturated fat and everything else that was in the other, you know, that we normally eat, just regular food that you grow at the grocery store. So vegan food, I was there, did like a vegan hamburger, fries, and a cheesecake. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, that's what I'm saying. But the burger, the vegan burger, tastes so good, because this is my first time like eating, you know, feeling like my first time just eating vegan for the first time, like actually tasting it, enjoying it, feeling it, the whole nine. And it's kind of like, oh, now that I've done that, like, it tastes really good. I'm like, oh, because I've been eating clean for the past 2 weeks and drinking water, so it has a different taste. Like, you introduce yourself to it, and it's like, oh, so this is beef. So you're reprogramming yourself. This is what it tastes like, and it tastes good. It was like flavorful. It's seasoned. It was juicy. I'm talking about the burger, and then with the chocolate chip cheesecake. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was like tasting sweets all over for the first time. You know, it had like a nice taste to it, the consistency of it. I enjoyed the flavor and just the overall experience of it. I was like, oh my god, this is great.
Yeah,
so
they have a lot of substitutes for fish and chicken and beef that are veggie. But my thing is, you know, it's not going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. You're eating a body, basically. You're eating another creature. So.
Oh, you're talking about not the vegan. Now you're talking about regular.
I'm talking about regular food.
Yeah,
so,
food. Yeah.
So it's never going to be the same. But if you really break down the science, it's all about the spices.
They make it.
If I put spices on Gabriel's body and I eat it, it's going to taste good.
That's for sure.
If I put that seasoned salt on a thigh,
oh, I love seasoned salt.
It's gonna taste good.
Yeah.
It's just so it's the same. It's not gonna be the same texture, but it's gonna be the same taste. So think about that if you're like, you know, talking shit about, you know, vegetarian food or whatever, like, and the substitutes and stuff. But you know, I rather sacrifice taste in my life. If I had to eat bland food to be more healthy, then I'm gonna eat bland food. Like, you got, it's self-respect. and how much you want to, how long do you want to live, and how you want to live. Because you can live, but have all this pain, you know, be on a machine, you know, as you know, right before the diabetes. Having diabetes is horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just see big overweight people, and it's like, at one point in his or her 20s, she was fit. He was fit. What happened? Like, you know what I'm saying?
They got lazy.
Yeah,
and
but
it started
why?
like right now. Like I think it creeps in at the end of your 40s, at end of your 30s, and then by the 40 it starts to set in, and by 50 it's done. It's a wrap.
I do agree, or not agree, but I will say, you know, even if you were doing stuff and then you take time, raise your kids or whatever, and your body starts aching and you can't do certain things. But even with that, I see old people walking all the time. What's your excuse? With a cane?
Well, just the guy that just died, the famous baseball player, Hank Aaron. Do you see how big he was when he died?
Oh, was he?
Like large. And remember, to your point about like how they are, you know, a certain size at some point in their life, and then what happened? Yeah, pull a picture of him, Hank Aaron. Oh, he was a big boy when he died. He just got the COVID test, and he died like the day after or the day after he got.
Like why? How? Why?
I mean, the COVID vaccine.
Why do you let yourself get that big?
It's called laziness. That's just what it is. You just get lazy and you don't want to do nothing. But that's like years of being lazy. Years of it.
Yeah, we need to stop. Everybody, black, white, Chinese, it don't matter. People, period. You know what I'm saying? We need to go back to hunting food or something. You know what I'm saying? And being active.
It's just because it's so easy. It is easy accessible to people. And then the food that's that easy, that's accessible to people, is cheap. I mean, when you go to the 99-cent store, you can go in there and get all kind of cheap shit for 99-cent store. But when I do go to Whole Foods, or I do go to Trader Joe's, or I do try to get to the more healthier sections, it's not even double it. It's like quadruple the prices of the cheaper food.
Yeah. In a wheelchair. Last days, Hank Aaron's in a wheelchair. Anyway, I'm sorry.
That's what I was saying. He was a big boy when he passed away, and I don't want to be like that. So obviously, you know, you could see people on TV, and you know, I'm actually you know, I've talked about her before, but she's a big girl, and I follow her on Instagram.
Gabriel Sabadubado?
No, the other one. Who she plays the flute.
She plays the flute?
Yeah, she plays the flute in her music. Lizzo. Couldn't think of her name. Lizzo.
Yeah, I don't listen to Lizzo.
And I follow her on Instagram, and she's always like showing her body, and she got like a big body like that. And it's just like, and she's like, she be in thongs.
That's not.
And so I talked about her before, remember, because Jillian Michaels had talked about how she shouldn't be promoting. So she's always on her Instagram promoting like her body and body positivity, which is fine. But it's fine. But it's like, I'm like, that's not healthy. It is so not healthy. And I'm looking at it, she pulls like the stockings up over her stomach, like over to her boop, and like she lets it like. You don't follow her on Instagram, but I mean, I'm like, and she keep posting videos like she had like a G-string on, and she has like dimples, and you know what I'm saying, in her behind, and I'm just like, girl, like I'm all about body positivity, but I don't know if you should be doing all that. Like,
I was just about to say that, yep.
And I'm just,
she got a bag full of laundry back there, big old bag. That's what's funny is she'll promote body positivity for the big girls, but all the big girls want to lose weight. Let's just keep it 150. You know what I'm saying? They all want to lose weight. Stop doing that shit. It's like the easy way out to not lose weight. Oh, I'm pushing body positivity because I don't want to work out or do cardio or run on the treadmill. And I want to eat McDonald's. So body positivity all around.
and that's why I kind of think that people take advantage of that word as well, and they use it to their advantage.
Yeah, it's being lazy. I want to eat Burger King. Body positive. Don't shame me, okay? I'm eating fried food. Okay, I'm gonna have these waffle fries. Okay, every day.
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
So I follow her on Twitter. So that's not the reason why I started working out, but it really, to bring it back, I really did, it was like I could not get any of my clothes on, like all the ones that I like to wear to make me look sexy, and just regular clothes.
Here's the thing though, is it body positivity when they have a heart attack at 35 years old? Is it still body positivity then, or are you gonna take it seriously now if you survive?
And that's not even funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's harmful that she does that, because it's not healthy, dude. It's not. It's just, like you said earlier, it's just lazy, son. It's just lazy. Even if it's hereditary, because I understand that. Or if you have like a thyroid condition, I get that. But there's ways to bypass that and get, at least eat healthy and get healthy. You could be big and still be healthy. You know what I'm saying? But when you push that and you're not eating healthier, and eating healthy and doing things and being active, that's a problem. And then you have a heart attack, or you get diabetes. You get the diabetes.
It's not even funny either, but it's true. And I remember when I was doing one of my physicals in the last couple of years, and I asked the doctor who was like his youngest patient that's had a heart attack, and he said 26. 26.
Big or small?
The person was big, I assume. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things where you gotta. So I'm trying to eat better because I did kind of get lazy and let my body go, and I didn't call it body positivity. It was just laziness. And it's time to get it back in gear. I'm not getting any younger, and the older that you get, the harder that weight is hard to get off of you. And so I'm just like, I need to get it back in gear. And I'm not too far where I can't get it under control. And I've noticed that my blood pressure has gone down too. Wow. Yeah, so that's another benefit. All benefits. My urination is a lot clearer than when I was drinking. I used to have my Coke a day. I used to have a Coca-Cola a day, a cherry Coke. And when I would come over here, I'd like to mix my drink with Hawaiian punch. Have my little punch. and so, no, the thing about it is I'm not giving up any of that. Yeah. I'm just doing this. So I'm doing this for a whole month.
Yeah.
And then after, like I was telling you, after this, so I call it trending green is what I call it. Trending green. It means that everything that's on your plate, or what you have on your plate, and most of your meals will consist more of green than anything that's on your plate. So trending green. So also with trending green, it means you can still have your regular foods like chicken, hamburger, tacos. It's just like if you go to McDonald's and you want the Big Mac, have the Big Mac. You know what I'm saying? Don't have the fries. Don't. If you want something on the side, have a salad with it. So you can have your Big Mac, but you have a salad. You don't get the fries. You don't get the sweet iced tea. Because when I would go get the number 2, which was a Big Mac. And you get the fries, and then you get a drink. So I would get my Big Mac, my fries, and I usually biggie size the fries. And then I would get the sweet iced tea, and then would give you the bigger one ups, because you add $1 and you get both of them the bigger size. So I would do that, and that's what I would eat. And I was just like, now if I wanted to do that, I'm not doing that right now, but I would have just the Big Mac, and then have a salad with it, and then water. And then you still get to taste your food. Or if you want to have a regular cheesecake, or if you want to have pecan pie pecan pie, or chocolate cake, what have you. You have that piece of cake, but then you don't have any more. You just have that one piece of cake. You drink water with it, and you let it go. Don't be, because I would sit up there, eat half the cake, because it's just that's what I wanted to do. And I wouldn't do that anymore. So to your point, it's moderations. But I don't do that every day, and I don't really crave it, so I haven't really even wanted to do it. But I still leave myself out. Leave myself out. That's why I call it trending green. So if I want to go and get something of those items that I just described, then I would do something like that. So you're not a vegan, you're not a pescatarian, you're not a vegetarian. It's just called trending green. Anything, majority of what you have on your plate is something of the green items, such as broccoli or spring lettuce or green beans or asparagus. You name it, It's kind of, anything green, you would have more of it on your plate versus anything else. And so, yeah, it's been working for me. And so I would encourage people.
It's only been 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks. This is my 3rd week, though. But this is another thing. Like, I have so much more energy. Like, I am so much more. I feel more lighter. I feel more energetic. I think clearer. I'm able to see a little bit clearer as well. And I'm just overall, I feel better, like about myself, like being able to put your clothes on, and being able to touch your toes, things that I just or stop. But it really was. I was having a hard time. Now I could stretch down and touch my toes with no problem. Walking up the steps, or just walking in general, I would like be all winded and I'd have to like stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like that. And I'm not like, I wasn't like grossly overweight or obese or anything. It's just like my asthma has gotten better. That's another thing. So I don't have asthma. Asthma has me. So it's just like, the asthma that I have, that has gotten better as well. So, yeah.
Look, it's a lifestyle change. If you want to live without restraints and disease and illness, you bring in meditation, bring in support, bring in, life, better, life changes. Smoke a little weed more. Do a little more.
Edibles are great too.
Micro managed. No, it's not micromanaged. Micro whatever the mushrooms do.
Microdose.
Less alcohol. I guarantee you'll feel lighter. You'll feel better. Your brain will be clearer, less bitter. Clearer mind frame. If you want to, more meditation with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying pray. I'm saying meditation with yourself.
That's right.
Respect yourself. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, live for them kids, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Chase them kids around and you start heaving and huffing and heaving. Like, it's not cool. So, I don't know how this turned into like another self-help thing.
It's okay. It's beginning of the year.
I just want people to live, especially our people. Like,
live. True.
I feel like we would be less angry.
Live and thrive. Yes.
Read more. More audiobooks or less news. Focus on yourself and your family and live better. Change the diet. Change the diet. Be more active. Take up a hobby. Do bow and arrows or something. You know what I'm saying? That's good for the upper body. But be active. Get the Peloton or whatever, the Louboutin, whatever it's called.
The treadmill.
Or the treadmill, like Gabe did. Okay. Man, it's right here, man. Lee Bishop
and Gabriel Angel.
Take care of yourselves, guys.